Hello, guys. Welcome back to the episode 7 of this series where we are talking about CSS. So, in this episode, we'll be focusing on responsive image, padding, and margins. So, in our previous sections, we've talked about how we can edit, we can add some style to our images. But in this episode, we're focusing on how to make the image responsive. So, we'll be introducing us to a very quick CSS for responsibility, which is called media query. So in this episode we'll be talking about media query, and we'll be using it for to resize our image based on the screen that we have. So let's move directly to the class. So let's start by come here. So let's start afresh here. So let's check our browser. So on the browser now, we're having this element. So on these elements now we can so let's go back. I'll show us something from this. So now each body on the browser always have margin, padding, and this. And you'll be wondering what is all this. What it means that okay, this anything that is outside this border is called margin. This is the whole body of a web page. This is the whole body of a web page. Is like a rectangle. So anything outside it is margin. So this border, what is inside the border is the content that we are having on this page. There are those content that we are having on this page. So within the border now, we are having some padding. So we have some padding, and this is the content of the page. And so when I hover on it, it reflects on the screen. So this is it. So what simply border is what that guides the container of a body. It guides against margin and padding. It's just it's something that separates the body from the margin and padding. And the margin is what that happen outside the border. Padding is what happen inside the border. So let's quickly give this section. Right, we are using section here as a this section, this border, to be able to see what is happening outside it. So we come here, section. Under this place, you can just give it a border of, let's just make it 4 pixel, solid, then black. So now we can see that we are having it here. There are some spaces outside the border which is called margin. So automatically we are having a margin of something, but the thing is not reflecting here. Let's see layout. Let's over on the body. What's it called? Body here. So this is the whole body section now. Yes. So now the section. So now the section, we can see that we have this body display block. This is what is happening here, but the browser is not showing us the direct default of the margin and the padding that is given to it. So now let's now come here. Best thing of doing it in our CSS, if you don't want the browser to give it any direct something, we can just come here and define it at the top here by using our star. Just come here, star, then you open it. Now okay, for this body, everything that is in the body should have a default value of margin of 0, padding of 0. So we save it, we go back to the browser. Can you see we are not having any space outside the border or within the border? So this is directly ways of using it, of using the star to define. Can you see on our star we are having margin of this? If I try to open it down, we can see we have margin top, margin right, margin bottom, and margin left. They use the 4 coordinate points since we are representing it with rectangle. All the web pages represented with rectangle, so we have the top, the bottom, and the right. So let's see how we can give the space around this section. So we'll come back to our code. We write okay, margin. Now we can have margin top of 10 pixel. So the same thing, we can come here and write margin. So margin of left. So after top, what are we moving to? Moving to left. So margin left of 10 pixels. That means you move away from the left. So we just come here and see, we can see that we have some space here and at the top too. We're not having space here on the right. So we can just come here, okay, margin right now. Margin right of 10 pixels. So if we come here too, we see we're having some space here already. Right, so let's make this right more than 10 so we're able to see it clearly. If I make this more than let's make 30. So we can see now, you can see the space here, it's very clear. So this is how to use margin for the outside of a border. Outside the border, if you give it a margin of bottom, we won't be able to see it clearly since we are not having anything outside this body. We're not having anything. If you're having anything under this, so the thing is going to move it down. It's going to move it away from this container. So that's how to use it. Now instead of writing margin top, left, right, maybe we just want to give it the same value roundabout. We can just use this operation. That's so this operation come here, cut right margin. What this one actually does is that it's going from the top now. From the top, it give you a margin of 10 pixels. Let's go back to the left, give it a margin of 10 pixels, and then go back to the bottom, give it a margin of 10 pixels, and also to the right, margin of 10 pixels. You make sure that the 4 coordinate points have the margin of 10 pixels. But in a condition that we just want to give the 3 values, we don't want to divide everything, we can just come here and be like, okay, after top, what do we have? We have left, consider left of 10 pixels, then a bottom. I don't want bottom. If I want a bottom, I can say, okay, I want a bottom of 10 pixels. So we just come here, refresh it. You can see now, top, left, this. We're having a margin of 10 pixels. So in other conditions, maybe we just want to have it two. That is, this one we go for top and bottom. This one we go for left and right. It is possible to. We just write with this. So most importantly, it is very important that we use this. So we just give us this. This one's very straightforward. In case our top, our top and bottom is 20, eh? So we can just come here. Yes, we're having it here now. It's reflecting here. So this is how to use margin. Now we can detect that inside the container here, we are having the text are too close to the border. Even the images are very close to the border, we can't see space around it. So now if you check our style layout here, we can see that we are having a margin of 20 pixels at the top, 10 pixels at the sideways. We can see we're having at the sideways. This is how to tell us that okay, this thing actually is working. So in case you just see some demand badging on your content and feel like, why is this happening? You just come here, if you see the value, oh, this is the value, and you can adjust it based on this. And then we have a border of 4 pixels. It's including that we have a border of 4 pixels, indicating this is good. And this is our whole body. Our whole body is just taking a percent of 397 to 383 size. This is what it's taking. So this is actually good. So this is how to check for the layout of your content. Just call me, okay, it's having a margin of this and this, and let's give it a padding. Can you see inside the padding we're having nothing? It's because we've not defined a padding for it. So we just call me a padding. A padding. We can do the same way we did margin. We can do padding like that, just padding top, padding left. Or for this purpose, I'll just include one padding for everything, make everything to be generalized. I'll just do the padding of 20 pixels, top, left, right, and bottom. We come here, we can see our web page is looking great. So we come here at 20. It's actually looking good. So this is how to define it. But if you come here, we can see that this text, this image is very close to the text. So we can come here, we define our H1. We can give our H1 some colors, but we can just, okay, let me give it to be center now. Let the line to be center. Then inside it, I want to give you a padding, a margin which is outside. I mean, it's supposed to be bottom. So that this will move away from it. A margin bottom of, I can just give it of 12 pixels. if 12 pixel, and then we come here, we can see we're having it away from it. The text is centered, so which is looking great. So now let's now go back to here. You see that our image is almost the same thing. On this image is the same thing. On the large screen, the image is the same thing. It's not looking bigger, it's just occupying the same. It's because we've not defined this style here. We come our image here. Now image here. If we use a width of, let's come here, let's give the width of 500 pixels. Give the width of 500 pixels, that this is very looking good. People can see our logo very clearly. But when we try to move down to the mobile side, the thing is moving away. It's moving away, and this is not good. This is not a responsive image. So this purpose will be going to our media query. So in our media query, so in CSS media query, so now in our media query, the first thing we need to know is that media query simply means the process of adjusting the screen according to the style. So on our container now, in this container section, if you come here, we will see that on this page, the margin and the margin we are giving to it is not actually showing on the mobile. It's not really much on the mobile. This is not what we want. But on the large screen, it's looking great. On the tablet, it's looking great, which is this. So if we go to the largest screen, the thing is looking great on it. But on the mobile, the thing is not good. It's not actually positioning itself to be in the center. It's just adjusting 10% around it. So we can adjust this with media queries. So the best way of using media queries is by starting with our art, then we use media. So when we use media, simply means what do we want to do with this media? So there are popular two options. We have screen and we have print. So for the purpose of this class, which is for web development, we are using screen because we are dealing with mobile. We are not dealing with printing machines or some other machines. So we are doing it with our screen machines. So we can just come here, only screen. You can write only screen here. Only screen. Yes, I did screen. Yes, and so only screen here. Then the width that we want. So the maximum width that we want, let's go for the tablet. When the tablet, talking about our screen to be able to see the width of the tablet. So this is a normal mobile, it's not really going to the center. So just come here. Here's, can you see here we're having about 768 pixel for this. So anything that is imagined beyond this, we want to give it a margin that is bigger than this. So that is our objective now. So we can just come here, max width 768 pixel, that is greater than this. Just come here. Now our section that we define there, section, come here, our section, instead of having a margin of 10 pixel, I'm going to give it something more bigger. So margin now, the top should maintain its position 20 pixel, and the side should have 40 pixel. So have 40 pixel. Should attain its position of pixel. So what is happening? Something is missing out here. Something is missing out. Something is missing out. So what is missing out? Something is missing out here, and what is missing out is actually this. Yes, we need to join it together. That's it. Okay, it's working now, and that is what is missing out. So when we want to use it at media query, only screen, we are focusing on only screen, and the width should be this. The width should be this. When we have this, then we are merging to this. So let's see it on the web page. Can you see on the 768 we're having this now, looking good more than on the mobile now. Can you see it's looking good here? It's responsive here. Can you see this one is still in the center despite its center? Let's move here. It's a little bit in the center, but the image is not yet adapting to it. So we can come here that okay, image here, we come here, define the image here. When anything that is less than this, we want the image width should be what? No, we give it 500 pixel there. This space we want it to be 300 pixel. So now can you see it's very looking good, it's responsive now. We define it according to the screen, but when we now come to the smallest screen, on the screen here is looking good, but on the smallest screen it's still not looking good. It's not position itself on the center. So we can just come here to adjust it again. We write another media query, so adjust it again. Okay, at media again, at media only we are focusing on screen, and the width should be the masked width. We can use minimum width, so but we are focusing on the masked width. Anything that is below it will take control. 320 pixel. I think that one, the mobile is 320. Yes, 320 pixel, and it's the maximum of this. On the maximum of this now, we want the section. The section should be margin, taking a margin of top to 20 pixel, but on the side we want it to be more bigger. On the side you can just go for 50 pixel again, 50 pixel, and then we're having it on the middle. It's not yet positioned itself to the middle. You can have something like this. You can change this one to maybe 80 pixel. Yes, it is exactly in the middle now. It's exactly in the middle, and then here in our padding now, instead of have given a padding, just give a padding of 10 pixel here around it. So we have a padding of 10 pixel. But remember that this thing is still not within the container. So this one you can just come here. There's another property here for this type that we can give it to it, which is the border sizing. So automatically browser will not give this to it. We just put it outside the container. But if we want all our elements should be inside the container, in a given container, we can use this CSS style, which is box sizing. So under the box size we have content box, we have border box. So we are going to attend into the border box, so that whenever the border is defined, it should be within the border. It should not overflow within the border. So it's very important. So now here too, we can come here for the image. For this image, so to be that the width for this image should be nothing less than 180 pixel. The width should be 180 pixel. Come view it here. It's still not attending it yet. So under this section, you can give this a width. So under this section here now, let's change this one a bit to 50, and here give it a width of. So now we're having a margin of 20 pixel from 320. 20 pixels we have 300. So under it we're having a sideways we're having 50 minus, which is 100, remaining 120. So the width should be 120 automatically, but we can try to adjust this 50 to be, the width should be, let's try to be 100%. So I think the 100%, the thing that remains, and here let it to be 4. So we have it. Yes, it's still overflowing, the width is too much. And just come here and then just define the image 40, which is 80 minus 320. We always have our 280 back. So instead of this, we can just use what 240 pixel. The width of 240 pixel is okay for us. And this size 2 pixel, width of 240 pixel. So now we're having it. This is exactly it. It's looking good. It is on the center. Something is in the center on the mobile now. Can you see? It's looking good. Yes, but the thing is, imagine that when it's 375. So now, so under this is 320. So minimum, let's change this one to minimum width. Change to minimum width. So on the minimum, we enter that is less than this. It's just take this minimum width of this now. So let's go. Can you see? It's looking good here. So the thing will automatically adjust itself on the each screen. It's looking good on each screen now. Yes, minimum width of this. But most cases, since we are using maximum width here, automatically to be giving the style to this. So it's better for us to change this one to maximum back. So maximum back to make this one take control of this. Then we come back here. You see this is okay, but it's still flowing out at 375. So we need to adjust the image back at 375. So at 375 now, just come here, add another media query, only screen. We are focusing on only screen then, and here to make it effective, I just come here to maximum width of 375 pixel, 75 pixel. So we'll be using our image now. 375 pixels. Image should be, the width of the image should be, it won't be this, so it will be 180. It remains is 180 pixel. So now I see it maintain is 180 pixel here, but the thing is too small for it. We can just increase it to 220 here. Yes, and you see it's looking good. It's looking good now. And our mobile is looking good. Can you see it's looking good on the mobile? It's looking good on the mobile here. So I think we are giving a palette of 10 pixel here. Yes, on the mobile here, we can just change this one a little bit to 160 to make it very effective. So now, yes, we are good to go. Yes, so the image is responsive based on the screen size. So this is general way of using the media query for responsiveness in CSS and also margin and padding. So see you on our next episode.